Hey awakened ones, welcome to another video on the love of wisdom. If you've been on this journey with me so far, I appreciate you. I love you for who you are. But if you're new to this channel, my name is Brittany Fontanez, and what I do, I assist people awakening to their power to find the infinite love within themselves. Now, if you have been already on this channel, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Also, if you feel like my content is beneficial, follow me on Instagram, share this content. I feel like it's beneficial for absolutely everyone. So today's topic I want to get into, I feel it's a general thing to understand and get into in order to create freedom in your life. And I don't mean just financial freedom. I mean freedom in all aspects, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and as well as physically as well. But today's topic is about acceptance itself. A lot of us are desiring so much change in our life, as in we want things to change. We want a different job, we want a different relationship, we just want things to seem different the way that we feel like we deserve it. And there's absolutely everything right with that feeling. There's nothing wrong with it. You deserve that, and you're absolutely right. But the thing is, in order to go through the transition of change, you have to fully accept things at the way that they are. Now, let me get into acceptance, period. Acceptance is not a wishy-washy thing. It's not for weak people. Acceptance is not a whatever attitude. It's not about, oh, I'm gonna generally just like deal with everything and make do what I have. No. Acceptance is about making a constructive decision and understanding that you do not want to create resistance in your life, meaning that you're going to allow things to flow and unfold the way that they do without you getting in the way of them. The reason why that we get into the way of things and have so much resistance is because we create the suffering of not allowing things to be the way that they are. Understand that the way that your life is today, you might be going through a lot of things. You might be going through a continuous rut. You might not being able to construct consistency in your life and be persistent on the things you want to commit to. I get that. I've been there. But you can't create change by allowing things to be the way that they are by having resistance. Suffering is created by resistance, and resistance is created by not accepting things the way that they are. And I had to learn this the very, very hard way. I learned this the very hard way by thinking I have to change everything and be in control of it. And trying to be in control of things really just makes you frustrated of life. It makes you frustrated. It makes you want to give up. But acceptance is not about giving up. Acceptance is not about liking things the way that they are. Acceptance is about allowance. It's about being receptive to this moment and understanding that it has value to teach you. Whatever you're going through in life, it has value and it's teaching you a lesson. I'm not talking about a lesson that you're being punished. I'm talking about a lesson that in order for you to grow, in order to create change, you need to grow. In order to grow, you need to transform. In order to transform, you need to learn. You need to learn certain aspects of yourself to get in a state of maturity, to get in the state to level up and rise up and get out of the mentality that you've been in and create a new perspective and viewpoint that you haven't really looked at yet. And I feel that acceptance is the most powerfulest thing to ever apply into your life, because you're allowing yourself to be in the receptive mode. A lot of you, if you follow my content, I do have a lot of mentors I follow, and especially one of my main mentors is Abraham Hicks. And what she says all the time is said, being in receptive mode. You got to be in the receptive mode in order to receive. Now, I'm not telling you this so you can just manifest things and receive things. Yes, this is a part of the process, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because you need to let go of that resistance. You need to allow yourself to have relief. You need to allow and accept yourself as you are and not be so hard on your human self. Yes, we know that we're divine spiritual beings. We know that we're creators of our lives. I understand this. I know we're in the same boat, that we do believe that we have the control to create our lives, but we can't keep moving forward in the state of thinking that we need to be in control of everything when not everything is in our control. The only thing that is in our control is our attitudes. Majority of everything in life is that's in our control is our attitudes and behavior. And in order to allow ourselves to switch our attitudes and behavior, we have to accept things as they are. Not making do with them, but accepting them as like, okay, this is the way that it is. I get it. Now I want to learn why it is the way that it is. When you take that value in, you allow yourself to move up a level, to grow out of where you have been, pretty much carving out your new way to be. And therefore you're going to learn from that, and not only you're going to grow from it, but you're going to make the best out of this moment. There's a lot of resistance in life, a lot of suffering. Now, I'm not saying that whatever you're going through, your pain, your hurt, you're probably feeling physical pain, you're probably feeling heartbroken from a breakup, you're probably lost your home, you probably lost your kid, you probably are grieving right now. I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm not saying you have to deal with it. What I am saying is that you have to accept it the way that it is. Because when you allow yourself to accept it, you will not hold resistance towards it. And when you don't have resistance towards anything, you're just allowing things to flow and unfold the way that it should. And then you allow yourself to be, and not be so hard on yourself, and not thinking you have to hold on to so much. You allow yourself that relief, and you allow yourself the satisfaction of being in this moment, which is the only moment that we do have. And then when you do that, you allow the universe, the world, to rotate the way that it should, and you allow the universe to work in its magic manner that it really does, the way that it's supposed to, without you getting in the way of it. And when you learn to accept as you are, as your body is, as how you think, as how you act, how the past was, how people act, how certain relationships are in your life, when you allow these things, when you accept these things to unfold the way that they do, you get into the receptive mode, meaning that you're gonna gain so much value, and you're gonna construct a new foundation in order for you to build on. That's going to be more beneficial for your future self. But when you stop thinking about the past, and when you stop thinking about the future, and you stop trying to be in control of how everything should be, acceptance is your superpower. Because when you can accept everything the way that it is, you're being present in this moment, and you're going to see things from a state of pure awareness. And that's going to make you more mindful. And when you're more mindful, you have more clarity. You're going to gain so much clarity to the point more solutions are going to come. More ideas are going to come. Newer things that you never thought of before are just going to show up into your life. New people, new opportunities, new things are just going to show up in your life. And it's because you moved out your own way. You literally got out the way, and you allow things to be the way that they are. But here's another thing. Acceptance is not you giving up. It's not meaning that you're giving up on your desires, your dreams, your needs. It doesn't mean that. Acceptance is more like a state of surrenderance. When you can accept, you're surrendering to the unfolding of the natural harmony that is you and of this universe, that does know best and more better for you than you think you know for yourself. But it's not a state of giving up, you guys. It's just allowing yourself to just be and let things be the way that they are, to the point that you just let it all go. Acceptance is really about letting go. It's about surrendering. And when you can just let things unfold, you realize that not only the only control that you have in your life is your attitude, but that's the only thing you realize you have control over. It's just how you behave. It's just how you act towards certain things. And when you realize that you're not giving up, you will allow yourself to seek the betterment of what is possible for you. Because when you're in a state of worry, when you're in a state of trying to be controlled, you're in a state, like I said, of resistance. Resistance creates suffering, and then, you're just prolonging the resistance to the point you're not allowing your blessings, you're not allowing good things in your life, you're not allowing new solutions or clarity into your life, or at that, your happiness or your joy. But when you're in this state of always consistently trying to be in control and of that resistance, you're not really seeing the full spectrum of what is possible for you. You're only seeing what is impossible for you. And you have no right to do that for yourself. Yourself deserves so much better. Yourself deserves so much unconditional love and compassion. Even if people, and I'm not saying this from a state of feeling pity for yourself. Do not feel pity for yourself. There's no need to have a pity party or victimizing yourself. I get it, you're in a hard state. I've been in a hard state. But pitying yourself does not even open the pathway for solutions at all. But when you can see yourself from a state of pure compassion and pure love, for example, I lost my apartment, I lost my relationship I had. I lost it all at a very young age. I had it all and I lost it all. But I realized I put myself in this mindset of compassion, meaning like, okay, I lost this all, but it doesn't mean I'm a failure. It doesn't mean that I don't deserve good things. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It just means that I needed to learn something that I was so oblivious to, that maybe I needed to lose all those things because I needed to gain something new. And then what I learned from that perspective, having compassion for myself, I learned something so beautiful. And what that is that when things leave out my life, I don't lose those things. It just means they didn't deserve me because I needed something better. But all those things needed to go so I could make room for the better and the more to come into my life. That brought me into a state of possibilities. That brought me into a state of, oh, I don't doubt myself. I don't worry anymore. I just trust. And I love the moment. And I love my life for the way that it is. Because who I grew into, I wouldn't have been able to grow into if it wasn't for me realizing those things had to leave. When you can look at yourself from a state of compassion and that viewpoint, you allow possibilities to come through. You allow positive aspects and new perspectives and clarity and joy and fulfillment and wholeness to come into your life. And not only that, you allow your divinity to make you feel connected to what is true to you and to what is true to you, what you think, feel, and deserve. And when you can do that, that state of connection brings you back into your higher self and brings you back into a higher state of consciousness, to the point that instead of you looking at the little things so up close, you're looking at from a high viewpoint and you're like, oh, that's possible. All this is possible for me. And the best thing is, if I can see it, I'm already worthy of it. You have to look at it from that state, you guys. That's the only way things could change. Things are only going to change from you accepting things the way that they are, by you moving out your way and not allowing resistance in the unfolding of what is right for you. And one last thing too. Understand this. Divine, our beloved divine, our creator, does things in perfect timing, in perfect moments. So understand that you are a divine being, and you're going to show up when the time is right. You're going to be at the right place at the right time when the moment is right. But the moment will only be right when you accept everything for the way that it is and move out the way and allow yourself to feel relief. Allow yourself to feel satisfaction that there's value in this no matter what. And no matter what, I'm going to grow from this because I deserve more. So start seeing things from a state of compassion and start accepting things for the way that they are, because they're only just showing you new things you need to learn, and so you can gain the value for yourself and become better for your ultimate future divine self. Other than that, you guys, you're not giving up. You're just surrendering, you're accepting, you're trusting, and you're just allowing. And you put yourself in a receptive mode for better and more possible things into your life that you never thought that you deserve, but deep down your divine higher self does know that you deserve. So be open and receptive to new possibilities into your life, because that is the only way you can allow true freedom to partake of what you know you deserve. So accept, you guys. That's the only way things can change. Until then, I love you dearly. Like I said in the beginning, subscribe to my channel, share this content if you feel like it's absolutely beneficial and it's going to benefit a whole bunch of other people, because I know that it can and I know that it will. So until then, you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Stay blissful, remain authentic, love yourself dearly and wholly, and until then, namaste.